This is your journey, not anyone else's. Don't let anybody else fool you. I've been around enough alcoholics and addicts to see enough stuff. Although I'm not a professional, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a drug or alcohol counselor, I have seen enough stuff to where I know what it's like to have to pay attention to my own journey and not get distracted by other people's BS. Some say that relapse is part of the journey. I don't know. I know a thing or two about the revolving door. I would like to make it, though, very clear that I'm not saying that it's okay to relapse. I'm not giving you permission. Don't use me or this video as an excuse to relapse. I would just like to emphasize a few things that I've experienced in the last 20-something years with my own battle with drugs and alcohol that I feel like I should share with you. My own personal journey has tried out so many things. Hypnosis. I'm a big fan of the 12 steps. I'm a big fan of the big book. I'm not a big fan of the meetings, but sometimes I do go. I do have a sponsor. My sponsor has a sponsor. I don't participate in meetings like I used to. I feel like I've found a lot of serenity in my Lord Jesus Christ, but that's just me. It doesn't have to be you. One thing I want to make perfectly clear to you, whether it's your first time trying to get sober or it is your 20th time, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. There's nothing to be ashamed about. You should be walking around with your chin up high because it takes a lot of guts to go down this journey. A lot of people won't do it. A lot of people will just fizzle out and go down a darker and darker path than actually trying to get well. You need to give yourself a lot of credit. There are going to be folks out there who are going to belittle you, make fun of you, and like I said in past videos, that's when boundaries have to come in, and you're just going to have to either cut people loose or love them from a distance. There's going to also be people who are comparing their recovery to yours. There's going to be people with more time under their belt, and they're going to say that you're not running a good show just like them because you're not going to the same meetings they are and stuff. It's your journey. Don't listen to that BS. It's your journey. Who you find as inspiration to stay sober is up to you. It's not up to anybody else. I tried several times to get sober until I met this one individual. Now keep in mind that at this point in my life, I spent a good 8 years trying to get sober, and then I ran into this guy, and he mentioned to me that he was part of a program, and that he's been sober, and he was like the most chill, happy guy I've ever seen sober. He was the first person, he is the first person that I ever met where I was just like, he has what I want. And we're very good friends to this day. You know who you are, by the way, dude. You know, I was told by a therapist to meet a ton of people just like this person. I'm getting there. I'm meeting quite a few people who inspire me to stay sober, not just make it look like a drag, you know. But I saw this guy go through a lot of stuff, and he said the coolest thing every time he didn't drink or use. He said, yeah, this went to shit, this went bad, this went bad, this went bad, but I didn't drink. He made not drinking look really cool. No matter how dark it gets, no matter how many times you think someone's not on your side, you're worth it. You're giving yourself a huge gift. You're giving yourself so much, you just don't see it right now. If you have people who love you, you're giving yourself and them a huge gift. Because not just you're getting yourself a clear head, but you're also understanding who you are and what you have to do to become a better person. And you can't put money on that. There's no, I mean, it's a currency that is so unique and wonderful that it's a beautiful thing. Now, like I mentioned before, there's people that compared their time to other people's time. Remember one thing, and one thing only when it comes to that. The world record is 24 hours. And anybody who has any common sense, anybody who has any recovery in them, anybody who has grown spiritually know that 24 hours is more precious than anything else under your belt. Keep that in mind. That's pretty much what I want to say. I hope that this video finds the right people who need the right things said to them. Be true to yourself. Find out what your peace is and keep it at any cost, because without peace you cannot stay sober. All right. God bless, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.